In this project, we're gonna randomly flash some LEDs. So when I touch this button on RB0, there is a combination on the D port that I don't know which one is going to be. So as I click it, and there some only 3 LEDs now flash. Now 5. And you know, they flash for 3 seconds and the program can go again. So I don't know what is the algorithm. You know, it's random, so you know it's a useful function to know how to how to generate random numbers. And yeah, that's it. So let's start the project. Okay, so here is the schematic in Proteus. So here is the microcontroller. Okay, let's cut to the chase. So when I push this button over here, it generates a random number and it goes for 3 seconds, then it stops, and yeah, and next time when I bring a logic high on RB0, there's another one, there's another combination of glowing LEDs, and that lasts for 3 seconds. As you can see, every time it is different, like at the beginning of the video. So let's see the code, how I did this. Okay, so here is the code, void main, pretty basic stuff, and yeah, I put an integer called I. So it doesn't have a value, but it's a integer that it's just an integer, a number from, I don't know, it has you can look it up, what's the range of the integer. So Ansel and Ansel H are digitally configured pins on the microcontroller. And now I put the RB0 as an input. So here RB0 is gonna be an input. So that is trisb.f0, that is configured RB0 as an input. Now, and trisd is gonna be output if I put 0, and trisd are connected all on these LEDs that are glowing. Okay, I think that this is okay, and I put port D that is equal to 0 when the program starts. So that's nothing special. Now I have here while in brackets 1, that means this is an endless loop. So let's look at the code here. Now I have an if statement. So I have if port B, if I bring a logic high on RB0, then I generate a number. So let's see, I is equal to, now open brackets, and I have R and D percentage 255 plus 1, and you know, let's look at this a little bit closer. So what does this run and with open and close brackets do? This is a function in C, programming language C, that will generate a number between 0 and, let me see, just 32,767. It can be larger or smaller, I don't know, I think it's always larger than this, or it is this number, but yeah, so that's a function that will generate a random number between 0 and 32,000, what I don't know what was it. Now let's look at this percentage 255. What does this mean, this percentage and 255? So this percentage means that this is gonna be a remainder after this randomly generated number is divided by 255. Now let me just let us have a clear view here. Now, for example, if I put, now just imagine that I put here number 4 instead of 255, and when I generate a number, let's say it was 25, then the quotient would be 6 and the remainder would be 1. So this here, if it was this situation, this part over here would be equal to 1. So it is the remainder of the dividend. So you don't have here any decimal numbers, you only have, how do I say, full numbers. So you cannot have point something. So for example, if this was 24, if I generated 24, then the remainder would be 0, because 24 divided by 4 would be equal to 6, and there won't be any full number left. If this was, for example, 2, then the quotient would be 0 and I would have 2 over here. I hope you understand the logic of this. And this is also the same stuff as for 255. So it can be 1000. I can get here 1000. I divide 1000 by 255. I know what is the quotient, and it can be and I have a remainder. So the remainder after this part could be from 0 to 254 theoretically, but I don't need 0 and I want to have 255 as a combination on the output of the port D. I don't want to have a 0. This means that I could have a 0, so I just add 1 plus 1 over here, and then I know I can't have a 0 on the output. I don't want to have a 0 when I touch the push button, the button on RB0. So that is basically it. And so this here can be random number between 1 and 255, you know, and you can download the code in the description of the video. So the port D, the output of the port D will be from 1 to 255. So let's see the numbers here. So 1 means that would be 00001, so one LED would flash, and 255 all LEDs flash, and it can be a number between decimal 1 and decimal 255. And let's go to the code, and I have a delay of 3 seconds, delay ms, so ms, that is in milliseconds, 3000, that means this is 3 seconds, and after 3 seconds port D is equal to 0, and I can do this again, and again. So yeah, this was the code, and you know, you can download the Proteus file and library file looking at the description of my video. So let's try again. Here we go. 3 seconds, again, 3 seconds, and again. So yeah, and this is a function that is you can use it from time to time. It is a useful function. I hope you understand now how I did this project. Thank you for watching, and see you in my next video. Goodbye.